What's up YouTube, it's your boy Dashing and this is week 3 of the TPL Draft League. I am one of the coaches of Alliance and this week we take on Mike and the Masters of Pijudo Power. That's easily one of the dumbest names we have this season. So we just call them the Mag Stack because the shared mon they have is Magearna, which is actually a very interesting pick. And Magearna is really good in this format, surprisingly. I didn't expect it to be this good, but it's actually better than I thought. Now his team consists of Magearna, Rotom Heath, Magearna, Mantine, Skuntank, Heatar, Satu, Chestnut, Dusknor, and Feraligatr will be his Maxmon. Now Mike is a new player in our league and had a very impressive week 1, getting a 6-0 with a Mag sweep. His team threats or his main threats this week is definitely Magearna and Feraligatr. Those mons can just win if they have the right coverage, and we really have to work hard to stop them from positioning themselves correctly. Mega Garchomp is also a secondary threat if it gets a speed boost from Scale Shot. That could be a problem as well. I think this match is in my favor, however slightly. Both definitely have win cons, and I do have a lot of stuff that can beat his, so positioning will be very important here, and if we position correctly, I should be able to stop his opportunities to win. Now, looking at team preview, I was hoping not to see the T-Tar, because if he brought something other than the T-Tar, then Kieran Black really has a free game here. There's not really much he can do, or there's less things that he can do if that's the case. But unfortunately, it's there. But yeah, Kieran Black and Heracross will be my main win cons this game. I am running Moxie Heracross as my Maxmon, so this should be able to sweep. As long as, you know, the Garchomp is not jolly with relatively max speed. Like if we can outspeed the Garchomp even without a speed boost, then I think we should be able to win this no problem. So without further ado, let's get on with the game. I lead Torn as he goes Rotom Heath. I go for the knockoff, revealing the Light Clay. And I also reveal, what do you call this? Life Orb. So the reason I went for a knockoff here is I guarantee to get the knockoff off. He won't be able to KO Torn unless, I think, even a Thunder on Specs Torn or Scarf Torn wouldn't be able to knock me out. And if his Specs will be able to knock off the Specs, letting us live that. But the important part why I wanted to knock it off is later in the game, if ever we get Kieran Black out, I don't want it to trick us to a choice item. So that's really good for us. He sets up Light Screen. Now this is very annoying for me because I did have Defog here, but I took it out last minute for Air Slash just to be able to check the Chestnut better. But it's gonna be a bit trouble for us, as you can see later. So I decided to switch out to Kieran Black here, predicting that he'll go for the secondary screen. He already has Light Screen, so it's not gonna matter to us. We do have a free sub here. We go for sub as he goes for the Volt Switch. Very interesting. Very interesting there, because at that range, I believe Kieran Black KOs the Rotom even through screens because it is, you know, quad weak to ground. So yeah, very interesting. Maybe he wasn't expecting me to be faster, but anyway, we do stall out a turn of what do you call this, of screens there. I go for Earth Power just to gauge the T-Tar set. This also guarantees popping the weakness policy if ever he had one, and then we can switch out to Quag to wall it completely, neutralizing the T-Tar set. Goes for Crunch, breaks our sub, that's fine. We are ticking down to the sand though. He goes for rocks, relatively safe move for him. I didn't really have by using earth power, it does show that that possibly is the best move I can hit Titar with, and definitely with if I had like a fighting move like I don't know body press or something or focus blast, he's definitely gonna live that through reflect with the speed F boost of sand. I go for Wag here. Go for Scald. I'm fishing for Scald Burns here, and it's also a good way to stall out the turn. It's fine if we lose Quag here because we do have other ways to check the mag. Quag isn't like the end all be all there. It's just a secondary option. We go for Scald again. I guess he's predicting us to go for a ground move, just in case mag comes in. But I'm fine burning the mag too. That's definitely gonna chip it down. And he wanted to go to Rotoms. Probably he wants to set up screens again. So that's fine. I have no problem with that. It's kind of annoying though. We only do like 17.8, but the next Scald should KO it. Sets up 2 screens. We get the KO. So he has about 3 turns of light screen left and 4 of reflect. He goes Chestnut, I go for Tornty here, goes for the sub. Very interesting play. I guess Chestnut kind of walls Quag, so he had no reason not to. And Chestnut kind of forces it out because it will OHKO it. Tornty is definitely a good check here. We go for Air Slash. Air Slash should definitely kill because we are life orb even through screens. That should 100% kill. Goes for Thunder Punch here. Does huge damage. Unfortunately, he gets the paralysis. I kinda knew that Torn is kinda screwed at this point, so there's not really much point keeping it around. I just go for an Air Slash, which is like the safe play. If he reads that, he'll probably go Mag or maybe Titar. But he goes to Mantine, interestingly enough. We get the Air Slash off. He reveals not to be, what do you call it, lefties. So I'm thinking this might be Boots Mantine, which is a good set as well. I bring out Curem Black here just to scare it off. Mantine, at this range, I believe Mantine would, maybe it could survive a freeze dry. But subbing up here is definitely the right play since he has no way to break the sub, and we are gonna outspeed. It also helps us stall out a turn of reflect. So we'll go for the sub, but we're gonna be falling to the sand soon. So yeah, no point keeping it around. We go for the earth power, chip Titar to like minimum range. And at this point, I bring out Heracross. Now, this is a good opportunity for us to win right now. Because I could go for a Max Knuckle here and get a attack boost. If he switches, anything is going to be in range for another one. And then we can snowball for there. So let's just see what happens. Switches to Mantine. We go Max Knuckle. Get an attack boost. We're definitely gonna outspeed here. He thinks he can wall us, but that's not gonna be the case. We go for Max Darkness. Get the OHKO or the KO. We're +2 now. Magearna comes in. We go for Max Knuckle. Do a shit ton of damage. He goes for Shift Gear. I agree with that play. Now he's gonna go for Floor Cannon here, but he doesn't have it. He has Draining Kiss. We are able to survive due to the berry. I mean, even if we didn't have the berry, we would have survived. We KO it. We go for the Aerial Ace, KO the Chestnut. Chomp comes in, falls to CC. Titar comes in, it's gonna fall again, and that's gonna be GG. It's dashing. Choppleberry's not gonna help you, boy. Alright, so a very interesting game there. I believe he possibly could have won that game, or made it a lot closer if he had Floor Cannon. But you know, these players are very greedy. They don't like to bring Floor Cannon. They want to have the whole set up Magearna with Draining Kiss and all that. But you know, this is an example of a game that if you had Floor Cannon, you could have put Heracross in a range wherein it would tick down to like what do you call this? It could tick down to sand, right? One turn of sand, and then you could still play it out and possibly win if you know maybe I make misplays or what. But yeah, because of the greed, most of the players use Draining Kiss, and that's not going to be enough to take out the Heracross in this game. He did say when I asked him about it that he didn't really prep for this game, which is fair enough. You know, maybe he's participating in other leagues and not really prioritizing this one as much. But it was a good game either way. But yeah, that's probably my tip to other mag users. If you have certain matchups, don't be like tunnel vision with regards to like Draining Kiss. Draining Kiss is not the best move there. You should definitely explore either Dazzling Gleam or Floor Cannon, because Floor Cannon could have, you know, made the game at least a 1-0 or a 2-0 win for me, or maybe he could have won. That's definitely possible as well. But in this case, that's not the case. Next week we're gonna be taking on, I believe, Owl. One of the coolest names in the league. Like, that's his real name. It's Owl. So that's cool. And he is using the Arceus stack. So his whole team has Arceus normal. That's going to be pretty challenging for us, but I think we do have ways around it. So yeah, if you guys like the content, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.